Yeah. So when you go even deeper into this discussion, if your soul is looking to return to source, and the source is perfect, right? It's a perfect representation of love, and it's of course just and compassionate, but its vibration is absolutely flawless. By virtue of us being away from source, it's because we carry flaws or imperfections. We come into this physical realm with the objective of balancing those imperfections so that we can inch closer to the source and reunite with the same vibration that is the divine. And so the imperfections that we speak of oftentimes are laid bare when we can observe our own tendencies, our low vibrational tendencies. If we find ourselves self-critical, if we find ourselves in conflict, if there's shame, if there's guilt, feeling of not being worthy, all of these are low vibrational tendencies that are with us that we get to work through, see how they manifest, infuse them with a high degree of love and understanding, and try with what we have, the tools at our disposal and beyond. So calling in higher consciousness or help from above to help us transform this energy and to actively do what's necessary so that it's no longer an imperfection in our energetic being, which in turn allows us to inch ever closer to the source. And the allegory around it, there's a number of them. The Bible is just a continuous series of the same general construct. You have the light and the love of divine perfection, and then you have the darkness of temptation and the egotic mind, right? That tussle, which is the original sin, the Adam and Eve being in God's garden, everything was perfect. There was no need for food, all the food was provided, there was no security or safety issues. They were in God's graces, and he said, stay as long as you'd like, but if you should decide to leave, simply eat that piece of fruit. It'll be an indication that you don't desire to be here. And Adam and Eve are like, well, why would we leave? We're not going to touch that fruit. Until temptation came along in the form of a snake that actually said, that fruit is going to taste amazing, and don't worry about God's judgment. Eating that fruit, you'll become like God. And that's the constant tussle that we all experience when we come down here. We have temptation, we have all sorts of low vibrational energies that call us out of our path or away from our journey. And then we have our spiritual self and our higher consciousness that is doing everything it can to bring into your awareness the right path forward and where you should be angling. And that's the journey of souls. Every soul has come down here in the hope of maximizing the incarnation to inch ever closer to the divine from where we've come and to return to the Garden of Eden.